Hello and welcome to today's sketchbook tour. I know it hasn't been too long since the last one, but I thought I don't have any art prepared for this week, and this is like, who doesn't love a sketchbook tour? So I thought, let's do another one. Why not? So this is technically the second sketchbook, but I've counted it as my first because that's what I did in 2018, even if I regret it a little. Because the previous sketchbook was even then what I considered a childhood sketchbook, even though I finished it pretty much a couple of months before I started this one. Anyway, moving right along, let's get started. We're actually going to start on this page because this is kind of where I really started my sketchbook, with this mermaid right here. She's not my best work, but that'll be because I drew her in the car. And I impulsively started Mermaid 4 days late in the car. And so I ended up actually participating in Mermaid this month. There's usually about 3 a page, and day 1 I kind of hated even when I drew it, but that's okay, whatever. I'm still not a fan, but I appreciated what it started. This one right here, I really tried to get like experimental with like the poses. Not sure how well I did. I remember loving this mermaid right here. I still think she's really cute and sweet. But I really like this weird mesh top. Would you call it mesh? I wouldn't even know. But I really liked it when I drew it. On this side of the page, there's a lot of stuff I stuck in. I will forewarn, at this time, I wasn't very good at drawing different body types, and I wasn't practicing properly, so I would try to draw different body types and I wasn't representing that properly. So there are a lot of characters in here that should be a different body type than they are, and I've failed to present them properly. But this is Amethyst from Steven Universe, Daya Kurosawa from Love Live Sunshine. Surprisingly, a good amount of Love Live in this sketchbook. I really like Love Live, but that's mostly because I'm just starved for rep and I'll take what I can get. This is Ryuko Matsui from Kill la Kill. Drew her on a napkin and stuck it in. That's supposed to be Eren Yeager, but you would not be able to tell. And these are just extra 2 faces. And here we got the next 3 days of Mermaid. So day 4, I tried to do something a bit more interesting, but this is not how tails work. I remember loving how her hair flowed, but I don't know. Sorry if the angle's changed. I realized the corner's like not focusing and I haven't been able to fix it, so I'm sorry. Anyway, continuing. This mermaid here, I wanted a more tomboyish, or I wouldn't necessarily say masculine, maybe punky character, and the metallic gel pen happened because there were a lot of lining mistakes on this one, and I had a metallic gel pen that literally covered anything underneath, so I liked to use that a lot in this sketchbook, so you'll definitely be seeing more of that. This one here is probably still one of my favorite mermaids that I did in this book. I just think it's a really sweet, like, chill pose. I remember really being proud of the way her shoulders turned out. You might notice her hands are hidden behind her head. I was a genius. But yeah, I really liked the anatomy on this one. I will say another thing about this mermaid real quick. I outlined her with purple pen, which I think is really cute. Her hair is not excellent, but this arm probably should have ended here, let alone down here. Like, oh, it is way too long, but that's okay, because I could pretty much tell as soon as I was done. I will say, I don't necessarily recommend doing hair like this. I remember a lot of artists used to mention that. Drawing hair like that takes a lot of time, and it isn't as flexible as you would think it is at the time. I definitely do think though it helped me figure out the shape of hair, and I think it led to me being able to like draw hair differently when I got older, so I do think that's a good idea. well, I don't think it's a waste of time to draw hair like that. I just think it's not necessarily something that you should stick to for too long. This page is fun. These two here, this is Wendy Marvel from Fairy Tail. You might have realized, because I have Fairy Tail fan art on my channel, I like Fairy Tail. I'm fully aware it's not an excellent show. I just, very nostalgic for it. In 2018, R.LUM.R, the mangaka, drew Wendy Marvel in the 3 primary colors in just colored pencil, and I wanted to mimic that. This one I really like because I think it mimics his more in terms of like the way the color works. This one I really like because I think it's just a lot nicer and more polished. Yeah, I still really think these drawings are cool, but again, they were very like straight up copied from R.LUM.R. Oh, it wasn't 2018, it was 2017. Sorry, it literally says right there. This character was a class drawing that I did randomly. You know, not much attachment, but I like to stick them in when I like them. This was a comic thumbnail, taking up a whole page. Didn't really do much, but you can tell even from back then I did have interest in comics. This next page, more comic thumbnails for something that I'll never do. Here we've got more Love Live fan art. Ignore this face, it is awful. It's not. I wanted to figure out the shading in the face, which is definitely something I needed to learn. If you remember, if you were here for the last sketchbook tour, I had these massive faces taking up whole pages, but because I didn't know how to shade them properly, they just looked weird. I don't have another word to describe it on me right now. So I'm trying to figure out how to actually shade faces. Clearly had no idea still after doing this, but you know, practice makes perfect, or practice makes better. These two are from Love Live. This is Daya again and her sister. You know, fine liner sketches on receipt paper. The best way to do art. Amber Lamont, yeah. From Demon Road. My favorite book series of all time is Skullduggery Pleasant. Demon Road is the author Derek Landy's second series. And I really liked it. I think it's really good. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like perfect, but I really enjoyed it for what it was. And this character is an OC that I've long since abandoned because she was made with the goal of having an OC. Had no fleshing out or anything. Alright, this one's fun. More mermaids. Yay. I actually ended up deciding to redraw the same 6 designs I started with over and over and over again. So here's my next attempt for the first mermaid. I like her hair a lot better here, but this is still not how a tail works. Like, I know tails don't follow human anatomy, but they don't do that. This one I wanted to try and draw the back, which I think is a fun pose, but I didn't know where the muscles went and, you know, the sizing. That's okay, again, practice. This one I think is really cute still. So I won't bully her, she's alright. This one was supposed to be like a mermaid doing a somersault. I don't necessarily think it comes across straight away, but I still think it's a cute drawing. Over here, I wanted to design a character that, you know when you like listen to music on the school bus and you kind of just imagine what a character would look like? You just design on the bus. This is kind of where she came from. She's pretty basic, but I remember being really proud of how her arms just looked like arms. My standards for myself were pretty good at this time. I think I want those standards back. But you can also see that I didn't know how to do side profiles, which is another thing you'll be seeing a lot of in this sketchbook. I was determined to fix my side profiles, and considering I still struggle with them now, 4 years later, that should give you an indicator of what to expect. But they do get better than that, at least. More mermaids! Oh my gosh. I really loved this one when I drew it. I honestly still do. I still think it's really cute. I remember loving her face. I do think there's a lot less detail in like her fin that there was in the first one, but I kind of like these weird bars. I don't know what they're meant for, but I think they're pretty cool. This one was supposed to be like a haunted look of despair. Don't think I achieved that, but it was fun. This one's cute. She's, you know, it's just cute. A lot of these don't have any relevance or significance, I mean. I remember really liking this. I drew it on at a Mother's Day cafe or a high tea event. It wasn't really an event, it was me, my auntie, my grandmother, my mum, and a few of my cousins. It was a really nice day. And I was just sitting there drawing, because that's what I do in a lot of social situations. I wasn't being antisocial, I promise, I was still talking. The rest are all just little doodles from schoolwork or whatever work. Yeah. Here's more mermaids. Mermaid's going well at this point. Tried to do another back pose, but you know, I think I had more fun with the scales. This one, I don't know what she's doing. Another side profile for practice. Trying to draw like an active swimming pose. This page is actually a lot more fun. These are all from the back of my science book. I hated science in high school. As a class, science is an incredibly interesting subject, don't get me wrong, but my gods, were science classes in high school awful. Or at least for me. That's not an objective point of view, that's just mine. So I drew this character as I was reading Kimi ni Todoke. The main character is Sawako, and everyone calls her Sadako because that's the name of the girl from The Ring. So I drew the girl from The Ring. Haven't seen The Ring, but that's the reason. This character is from Doctor Who Series 10. She's the girlfriend, cute, whatever. Have no emotional attachment to her. And then Blake and Ruby from Ruby, which is one of my favourite shows. I still love this Blake, I think she's very cute. And I still love the way I drew this boot. It might be hard to see, but I just like the way the toes ended. You know. Here's a loud page. This looks more yellow than orange on camera. This is an orange highlighter. But we'll start here, because this is from the royal wedding in 2018, because it happened in the middle of Mermaid, and I was sitting on the couch watching it with my parents, and I'm like, I'm gonna draw her. And, it's alright. You wanna be nice. This one I still think is very cute. There wasn't necessarily a goal with like trying to do anything, but I do like how her hair's a bit more flowy, like a cute little expression. She just looks a bit mischievous. This one is, I'm gonna say, quite a bit boring at this point, but that's okay. Drawing one mermaid every day, you know, you're allowed to make them boring. And this one, I still actually really like. I like the peaceful vibe. She kind of looks dead now that I'm looking at it, but she's supposed to be like, well, not dead is the point. I like the way her hair looks. Her shoulder area isn't exactly correct, but I don't know. I just like the vibe of it. It's alright. Alright, another side profile. Not getting better yet, but I haven't actually properly dedicated to it yet. This one's supposed to be swimming around. I actually do like how the shoulder positioning goes with her head, because that's actually doesn't look blaringly wrong. So proud of younger me for doing that. Another chill, relaxing pose. I think I got the sizing better, like the structure a little bit better. On this page is just a thumbnails page, which is something I started doing. I don't still do it, but I do think it's a cute idea. I did a 02 piece, and I did do Corellia. I started Pink Mercy, but, you know, never got anywhere. But yeah, fun ideas. More mermaids! I was being edgy through her giving the middle finger, and both hands are backwards, so look at me go. This one I really like. It's weird. I tried to get like her back going behind her. But I really like doing experimental like poses. Again, that's like the 5th time I've said that, but I also really like the way I drew this hand. It's probably not what a hand would be doing while swimming like that, but I like the way it turned out. She's supposed to be sitting here holding her, well, not really her knees, but you know, you get the idea. This one is a backwards draw, me like your French girls. Not on purpose, it was a weird idea, but I do like the way the hair came out. I was also feeling quite lazy that day, and I didn't want to put in, I don't want to say too much effort, but I didn't want to like struggle with it. This one down here I do want to mention because I wanted to start doing more expressions, and I like the way it actually looks like she's looking down. Yeah, I was really proud of myself for getting that. That was definitely one of my favorites for a really long time. This one is cute. I suddenly decided these two were girlfriends, stand by it. And then I decided to, for the last day of Mermaid, do a drawing with all of them in it. And I gave them names. Cute names, pretty whatever. Again, decided they were girlfriends, so had to show that straight away. Gwendolyn, I wanted to do her looking down again. I was just as proud of that as the first time. Valerie had ended up being lying down and chill for almost every one of her drawings, so I decided to stick with that. Most of the composition's pretty boring, but I do like how they all came together. Pretty cute. This was an old drawing at the back of one of my notebooks. Again, edgy face, and back when I was drawing anime faces, so 2016, trying to practice anime expressions. Ugly. Different types of eyes, and an experimental red and blue pen drawing, I guess. Not bad. Over here we have evidence of sads. Anyone from the Voltron fandom, if you remember when season 6 came out and everyone was drawing Allura with short hair, less. Also loved the D&D episode, that was really cute. And also I drew Mario O'Hara for her birthday. She's my favorite from Sunshine. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean a lot anymore for me to have a favorite, but whatever. Here's another one, more Voltron. This was a screenshot redraw of R.LUM.R. I actually hated R.LUM.R when she first showed up, but I thought her design was really cute. I will say season 7 did fix my opinion of her. Pidge, another screenshot redraw. Keith screenshot redraw, I really, like, I had a first attempt underneath, the second attempt is also ugly. Did anyone play Bubble Witch 3? Because that's who this is. I got her hand backward again, but I still actually really like how it turned out. But yeah, I decided, hey, she's got a cute design, let's draw her. Here's more of those OCs that I made just for the sake of having OCs. I still don't like them. This is a Fortnite character. Do not judge me, I drew it for my brother. I drew her for my brother, sorry. It was actually kind of fun. I actually really like how her eyes and face came out. But I myself do not like Fortnite at all. This is a screenshot redraw of Mitsuha from Kimi no Na wa, or Your Name. Another screenshot redraw of Pidge, and that is Chihiro from Danganronpa. Alright, here we have a page in yellow, so you'll probably barely be able to see them. It's supposed to be 11, Mike, and, well, 11 and Mike from Stranger Things. Didn't really go well. And the kid from Lost in Space. And then I drew a whole page of Shuri, because I loved Shuri in Black Panther. She was easily my favorite character. I adored her. And I still do. She's an excellent character. More thumbnails, pretty easy. And I wanted to draw guys for a month because get some practicing, because I genuinely didn't know how to draw masculine hairstyles or even just a masculine body, because the way I was drawing feminine bodies wasn't actually based on anatomy. It was what I could piece together. But here's Lance, not too shabby. Oh, sorry, I knocked the thing. I remember someone doing a baseball cheerleader AU. God. But it was fun to draw. Nugget Boy from Yuri on Ice, more Lance, and Shiki from Eden Zero. I read about 5 chapters before I stopped reading it. I still want to watch the anime, but, you know. More thumbnails. These had some really cool ideas. I'll probably come back to some of these. And on this side, more Danganronpa. Lucio from Overwatch. His skin tone isn't nearly dark enough, but the reason why is because I actually drew him, sketched it out in yellow. shaded in yellow, and then tried to use other pencils over the top like a fool. I love Lucio. I play him a lot at the moment. Voltron Matt from Voltron, screenshot redraws. And then I tried to draw Finn from Adventure Time. This page is fun. Anatomy Studies from Pinterest. I really like these two. I hated them when I drew them, but I love them now. This is Steven Universe. I did not draw the right body shape for this, and I'm still mad about it. But, you know, I do love the way I tried to draw the sandals. Animal Studies. I copied this straight from Pinterest. I couldn't find the artist on Pinterest, so, but no, I did not draw that. And this was before I knew how much art was stolen on Pinterest, which is really sad. Figured out I can draw birds, apparently. Really like these, and I really like this fish, so, you know. I think this is around where Homecoming came out, maybe? I think so. Yes, that's supposed to be Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Don't talk to me about it. And Nico from Percy Jackson. Finally got up to side profile studies. Here we go. So I started really trying to practice side profiles to get them to a point that I liked. I took some tips from anime and tried there. I think the parts that I was really struggling with was how the forehead like connected to the nose. And yeah, I struggled with it the whole time. I really ended up liking this one, and this one down here ended up being my favorite for like the whole time. I think it was really cute. I honestly think it's the eyes. I didn't realize what a big part the eyes played in me liking a side profile, because I thought I had those down already. Clance, Hunk, and Tom. Just more doodles. Tried to do some instruments, pretty basic, but I like that drum set. Robin and Kid Flash. I love Young Justice. I love DC. I am slowly working my way through the comics from Rebirth onwards. I am still on the first year of Rebirth, so that's going about as well as it sounds. But I'm gonna catch up one day. Oh my gosh. More side profiles. I'm not kidding when I say this is genuinely something I was dead set on fixing. Ended up not really, even the ones I highlighted, I ended up not really liking. Drew Clance Piggyback. More about that like experimental poses, I guess you could say. This one, Expressions Challenge, that thing where it's like you do an expression and then make it more extreme as you go, which is a cool challenge, but I don't think I really had it down yet. This was a silly little design of a corset and a skirt. Kind of cute. And then I drew, I wanted to focus on animals, and I drew Keith and Space Wolf, or Cosmo. And I don't know, I think I almost like the way I drew the squares in the background better than the actual thing, but it's a really cute like cover picture. More animals, still really like ducks. I really like this cow. It's not really what cows look like, but it's kind of cute. And you can see I really struggled with drawing cats. Added a human in there to make the cats look better, and then hated how the human came out, so boom. More side profiles. By here I was sick of trying. I just wanted to understand how I could make them look better. And I got some nice-ish ones. And then over here, I just kept trying, and I ended up copying Cameron Mark Art face for his like Widowmaker piece. I gave her my own hairstyle, but I copied the face exactly off that drawing. It's tagged down here, but I'll tag it on the screen as well and in the description. More side profiles, and I wanted to do like a figure study, but that doesn't look like what a figure study looks like, so I don't even know. Yeah, side profiles, ugly. That's okay. And more expressions. Yeah, weird. This one's cute. Oh, this one's fun. I wanted to figure out clothing folds. Didn't do an excellent job, but elbow folds are really cute, so love that. And over here, I practiced expressions from, realism, face drawings from Pinterest. And a lot of these are like really common and popular, so you've probably seen them somewhere before. I actually really love this page. I think they all came out really well. I especially love these two. They don't look exactly like the reference pictures, but they look like people, which is where my standard's at. Down here is just more doodles, really. Nothing of interest. The cute Marvel stickers. More side profiles and just a general frustration at this point. And cars in a tree. So that's cool. Over here we have more faces from Pinterest, I'm pretty sure. And I actually really like all of these as well. Well, except maybe that one, but that's just because I got the nose wrong. She's a gorgeous person in the reference picture. I really like how this one came out, and I think this one's really cute. I really like how the scarf looks. So yeah, another page I'm really happy with. And at this point, I was just sick of trying, because if you didn't pick up, this sketchbook was very focused on improvement, which I don't think is necessarily the healthiest thing to constantly seek. Sometimes you just gotta draw, you know? So here, I just wanted to draw anatomy. I also, I think, started watching Korra by this point, so that's her standing on the rock at the end of the intro, or the beginning of the intro, I don't know. And hand studies. These were referenced from something very specific, but I did not write down what. But I'm really happy with them. There's that. Yeah. Anyway, that concludes the sketchbook, and thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in next fortnight's video. Cool. Bye.